Hi, my name is Catherine, and I will be your host for the brand new show, Faces of Founders. I'm super excited as today we finally get to begin the series. The main message of the show will be knowing your community forges stronger unity, as I truly believe that unity is the most important attribute in one's university experience. Unity can help to bring joy to your studies and to make sure that you do not feel alone on your journey. Today, on the very first episode, we will be having Founders College Student Council President Majeed Zabzonri. Hi, everyone. This is our very first episode of Faces of Founders. Today, we have a very special guest, Majeed Zabzonri, who is the president of Founders Student Council. Thank you so much, Majeed, for coming today. How does it feel to be the first guest?
It feels amazing, the fact that you reached out to me. I was super excited for this. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to kind of introduce who I am. Especially in a digital world, it's kind of hard for people to know names and faces. So hopefully whenever we get back on campus, this kind of has the feel of who I am and what I do and stuff.
Amazing. That sounds great. All right, so I have a few questions for you that I'll give you to answer. First off, what is your academic program and what year of study are you in?
Perfect. So to start, I was one of those students that started one thing, switched to another thing. I started off with geography. I was really good with maps and stuff as a kid and even in high school and stuff. And then when I got into university, I kind of liked geography. And as it went on, I went to an internship and I didn't like it that much. And that led me to kind of talk to the master's office and other academic advising. And they referred me to sociology, which was, they said that kind of is what suits my academic dreams and stuff. So now I'm in my second year sociology. And that's where I am right now academically.
That's amazing. Yes, the master's office at Founders super helpful and glad that you found the right field for you. Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Second question I have for you is what motivates you to be a leader at the college and to see that positive change is realized for all students?
What motivates me is, I come from the athletic background, so I always come from the aspect of what you can do is great, but there's always more that you can do. So there's always a way to better yourself each time. I got into Founders College via an injury. So I had a leg injury where I couldn't play athletic sports, and that led me to come around the Founders Lounge and started meeting people. I met some of my best friends there now to this day. And one of my best friends there was like, hey, you should probably get involved in council, saying like, hey, this is one thing I regret that I didn't do. I want you to kind of better yourself. So I recommend you should do it. And that led me to joining council last year as a director role of finance, like just kind of an entry to see what it is, see if I like it. And that kind of opened my eyes later on to be like, hey, I kind of want a bigger role in the community to kind of help. I have great ideas. I have great connections. I'm a people person. What can I do to kind of better our college for the future and leave a mark for Founders College as we go through?
It sounds very inspirational. I know you all are doing an amazing job with the COVID situation. I know it must be harder, but
yeah,
you all are doing a phenomenal job. So thank you for that. All right. Third question is, what are some of your favorite things about going to school at York?
Some of my favorite things about going to school at York, probably how close it is to home. How I can just, if I'm going to York, I can come back here to go back there, like just the commutativeness. The fact that when you build friends outside, you all are kind of so local in the GTA because York's a commuter school. So half the people, it's not like you're in Ottawa where you leave, people go to Queens and like people go to different places. Being at York, you make friends and you can kind of meet up somewhere. You can meet up downtown, you can meet up in Markham, Brampton. It's all kind of a local place. But me and my friends, we always used to meet up all the time because we're all kind of different parts of the GTA, but the GTA is the main hub. We all can meet at York. The intramural program, like coming from an athletic background, I'm a sports has always been like my outlet. So York is probably one of the most competitive intramural programs. It doesn't even matter like how competitive you are. There's different levels, different opportunities for people. I've made new friends from intramurals. A couple of people that I still talk to this day just about sports and about life and stuff. And what else? There's one more thing. The community. Amongst each college, there's a different culture in each college, but it's still a welcoming culture. I know that I can walk into McLaughlin and say hi to a few friends and kick it with them for an hour and a half. I can go somewhere else. I can go to Stong. I can go to anywhere else just to go talk to people. It's a friendly atmosphere where you think it's different, but it's actually welcoming from every college.
Yes, yes, York is amazing to make friends, and you can have so many friends, so many different places because it's such a big university. And in terms of the commute, definitely with the subway, that's been super helpful, like for me as well, to be able to
Exactly.
get here to at York very easily. It's one of the reasons why I chose the university, and it's very easy to meet up with people. There's no traffic on the subway generally where I come from, and it's very helpful. And
Yeah,
making friends and
100%.
seeing them is great. Awesome. Okay, and the final question before I'm gonna ask you the unifying question of the series, which is going to be asked to everyone, is post university, what would be your dream job? Also, how would you, through your career, like to impact the world around you in a positive way?
Post university, and people that know me know this. I'm a people person. I like to help out, so I coach soccer right now, Monday to Thursday, two teams, and I'm always active. Post university, I wanted to work with kids, either be a guidance counselor, in my opinion. Being in the role that I am, being a leader, I see that I was truly blessed with guidance counselors in high schools and teachers in high schools that kind of didn't give up on me when I wanted to give up. And I said, I don't care about school. I just want to play sports. And they're like, okay, but that's one half of your life. What if sports don't work out and you don't have an education to fall back on? To kind of show them that, to show them a balance of what you can do if you put your mind to something, that it really doesn't matter that what you started off with, that the end goal is always different. That, you know what I mean? So stuff like that, or to be a therapist. Like I come from a different background where I've been through trials, tribulations, which is part of life. But the main thing that I've always learned is that like you just have to stay even keel during the good highs and the big moments. You always got to stay even so that the highs aren't too great and the lows aren't too low. So that you're always in between. That you kind of ride that roller coaster straight. Um, Being from the athlete background, winning stuff, losing stuff, it's always like I'm a sore loser. Everyone knows that. Like if I lose, probably won't talk to someone for like a while, and then it takes me a while to come back. So that's my own problems that I'm working with. But I want to be into the therapist field or the guidance counselor field, and to impact the world. Probably work more with the next generation. They have a way. Every generation has it tougher than the past generation. I see that now. Like my mom tells me about stuff that she had to deal with, and trying to relate to her about stuff that we're dealing with. You can't relate to them because they're not. We're so technologically advanced that I'm saying, hey, I have social media and social media problems, blah 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 blah. And she's like, what are you talking about social media? Like I don't get
Yeah.
that. That makes no sense. While now looking at the next generation, they're antisocial in my opinion. Sometimes, like I have my cousin that'll come by and I'll be like, let's go play basketball. And he'll look at me and be like, nah, let me just let me be on my phone. Be on his phone for an hour. He'll post a photo, won't get as much likes as he wants on the photo, and then he'll just be down for the next like while, a bit and a half, and I have to talk to him and be like, yo, like it's just
Oh
social
man.
media, on algorithm, blah blah blah. Get, like you know what I mean? So each generation has their own problems that they see, and I kind of want to help them get out of that problem and be like, social media is only a phase of your life. Then once you get out of that phase, you get into the real world where you have to work, start a family, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that's the mark I want to leave on the world. It's just to help the next generation.
Sure, yeah, that's great. I know social media is a constant thing. You gotta get
Yeah.
too much
Well,
addicting. You gotta self
yeah,
discipline.
I've had
With me.
I've had my friends and me. We just like once in a while just deleted it. Like I would like friends that took like a month and a half off just so that they can clear their mind, so that
Yeah.
they can focus on their goals and stuff. It's a good moment. It's good to understand
Fully
that.
pressure.
Yeah, deactivate my stuff, take a break, and when I feel that I'm good enough to come back on, I'll go on. But it's not that I got to stay on and appease these people that are like, you know what I mean? Like you should just be appeasing. You should be doing what makes you happy and posting what makes you happy, and kind of go off that narrative.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that wonderful answer. And finally, to end off, the unifying question of the series is what has inspired you to study in your specific subject area? You've kind of touched upon that, but if you want to
Yeah,
talk about it anymore.
definitely what inspired me to get into sociology, probably. Um, I like to, even it comes back to me and it comes full circle. Um, when I do something, I like to, if I make a mistake or if I do an action, um, I like to reflect on it and try to talk to the people that were part of the situation, and try to see how I can do better. I'm always been like, that's just it. That comes from the sports background where you can give 100%, but that's still not good enough in my case. There's always room for improvement, and it's about bettering yourself. So I was always doing that as my aspect, trying to work on myself. You're always going to fall short because you're human. Like I have to take that into consideration also. But to kind of work with other people, like an example, I had when I coached soccer, I had a U17 boys team, and we're in the finals, and we lost our game to the team. We were losing our game to the team that we beat like 4 times. And one of the kids just started feeling upset. He just walked off the field, and I was like, "It's like you can't just walk off the field. Like this is just. I'm not trying to say this is just a soccer game, but this is a soccer game. And if you start building bad habits now from simple things of sports, what happens when you get into the real world? Like you just can't walk away from stuff. Certain stuff you have to face head on, and like you're gonna lose. At least tackle the situation and lose with your head held high, knowing that you tried. But if you walk away before you lose, then that's even worse of the situation, and that's how you build bad habits to be like, I can't tackle my own adversities that I have. I walk away from situations. So to kind of start correcting that stuff with people I know and myself knowing that, like I've had situations where I could have dealt with something, but I walked away from it, and then it haunted me, and I wanted to fix that situation later on in life, and it's too late. Like, you know what I mean? So stuff like that. That's kind of what motivated me to get into my field, to kind of work with people and work with what they want to work on better. And then from that, it also helps me to work on myself too.
Tremendous. Yes, the message of always trying to be the best that you can be, and we all strive to be
Yeah,
that. So thank you for
exactly.
the very inspiring message there. All right, Majeed. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. We really appreciate it. And again, the very
You
first
do,
guest, so you make our show's history. So thank you so much, and best of luck with the student council this year and your innovative ways of getting students engaged during the pandemic. So thank you so much, and viewers, have a great day. See you later.
Great. Bye.
This is Catherine reporting from Faces of Founders. On the very next episode, we will be having Associate Professor of History, Professor Sean Courage. Always remember, knowing your community forges stronger unity.